No, that's wrong. Dixie Diamonds, 178. Metz, Isabella Falls, Brisbane, Dixie, 10:10 p.m. All 8 of Reed Jeffrey's TRD Pro SUV headlights splashed across Lizzie and Eddie's front yard as the ASIO agent turned onto their driveway from the dirt lane he'd followed northward to their home. Heading up the driveway, his vehicle's high beams flashed in through the Borden's living room window, alerting them to his arrival even as he slapped the switch that extinguished his 4 roof-fronted headlights. Headlights swept through their living room window as Eddie snuggled on the couch with Lizzie, who held a sleeping Jerald nestled on her lap. As the lights flashed, Eddie gently squeezed Liz's knee and declared, "Balloony, a car just pulled into our driveway. I'm betting it's Agent Jeffrey." "I'm here," Balloony replied, as is Joey, who's with Pilotre. Karen and Paul are also in rapport. Nodding her head towards Eddie, Lizzie said, "We'll go greet Agent Jeffrey," and began to stir. Eddie waved her to stay where she was as he rose from his seat while declaring, "You stay, I'll get him," before walking through their kitchen and stepping onto their porch. He watched as the ASIO agent climbed out of his SUV and stepped down from their porch as Reed Jeffrey closed his vehicle's door. Walking to his guest with right hand extended, Eddie declared, "Agent Jeffrey," and then shook hands. "Eddie," Reed replied, adding, "Thanks for this tip. If you're correct, you may have saved a few lives, and if you're not, no harm done." "Better safe than sorry," Ed asked, adding, "Come on," as he closed his left hand in a loose fist and pointed over his shoulder to the house with his thumb. "Let's get inside before the mosquitoes carry us away." Stepping into the kitchen, Ed asked, "Need anything? Water? Bathroom?" "I'm fine," Jeffrey said with a nod and a smile. "Thanks for asking. Let's get this set up and I'll get out of your hair," as he followed Eddie into the living room. With Jerald asleep on her lap, Lizzie smiled welcomingly from the couch and asked, "Back so soon, Agent Jeffrey?" "Always a pleasure, but we need to attend business pronto," Jeffrey said with a smile and small bow. Taking his mini recorder from a pocket and laying it on the coffee table in front of the couch, he added, "I'm going to call Clive Voss. He's our agent in charge of this Brentsy character, and both of us will record our conversation." Turning to Eddie, he added, "Eddie, feel free to sit by her blushing if you'd like." Eddie smiled and sat next to Lizzie. Once Eddie was seated, Agent Jeffrey continued humorously. "The goal is to get pertinent facts concerning what you think you know about Brentsy's security system. Voss will contact Brisbane BT and tell them what you suspect. Don't worry about providing information that turns out to be incorrect. We understand that you're repeating what you were told, so don't hold back because of uncertainty about what you're saying. We'd all rather you be wrong and that we overreact than us failing to protect our agents or the police. We'll have folks in France speak to Rosier to confirm, but our highest priority is having anyone who serves that warrant at Brentsy's home being aware of what may be risk of death or dismemberment. Tell it like you remember it, and we'll pass on what you say immediately, but we'll be checking other sources to confirm, modify, or deny. Don't hold back. Clear?" "Crystal," Lizzie said with a nod as Eddie likewise nodded. "Great," Jeffrey said with a smile and a nod as he pulled out his phone. "Let me call Voss and we'll get started," as he dialed the number. "This is Voss," a man answered on the first ring. "Hey, Clive, we're on speaker," Reed Jeffrey said into his phone. "I'm at the Bordens and we're about to get started. You ready on your end?" "All set," Clive Voss replied, adding, "I'm sure Agent Jeffrey already said this, but I'm going to say it anyway. Don't hold back, don't self-edit. Say what you think you know. No one will suffer any ill consequences if you're wrong, and that includes the two of you. We understand that you're repeating what you were told. I spoke with the French authorities and asked that they confirm with Pilotre your fears about Brentsy's home being booby-trapped. If you're mistaken and his house isn't booby-trapped, no harm done. Better safe than sorry, right?" Lizzie and Eddie looked at one another, then to Jeffrey, who bent his arms at the elbows, placed his hands palm upward, and brought his fingers up and down quickly 5 times while nodding to them and saying, "Please respond verbally." "Right," Ed said, punctuating his single syllable with an exaggerated single nod of his head, while Lizzie said softly, "Absolutely, Agent Voss. Better safe than sorry. We're ready when you are."